Today I'm going to be talking about a really evocative, difficult subject: suicide and self-harm in adolescence. There are all sorts of warning signs and things that people say when they're thinking about and considering suicide. You'd be better off without me, I can't take it anymore, life is pointless, I'm so tired of living. And hearing any of these can bring dread into parents and caregivers' minds and hearts when they hear young people say these words. In terms of suicide, in South Africa, as well as the rest of the world, it's a growing concern. For 15 to 20-year-old age groups, suicide is the second leading cause of death. For teens, 9.5% of their deaths are due to suicide. Children as young as 6 have died of suicide, and every hour someone takes their life. For every suicide, there are approximately 20 suicide attempts. The following stats were from a teen suicide prevention program that was put out, and I think one of the things we need to bear in mind is at the moment, the degree of overwhelm, stress, depression and anxiety has skyrocketed for everybody, but our adolescents in particular are struggling hugely. Our adolescents are seriously overwhelmed in the time of COVID, and depression has increased among them, and one of the reasons for this is a whole lot of their developmental tasks have been put on pause as a result of COVID. They're meant to be out in the world, engaging, hanging out with friends, and they're stuck in their rooms, online. Thank goodness for technology, that at least through this means they can stay connected to one another. In terms of talking and thinking about suicide, it's important to distinguish between what is suicide and what is self-harm. Self-harm is very different because a person who seeks to attempt suicide wants to end all feelings, whereas a person who self-harms is actually wanting to feel better. It's not suicidal behavior, but it's a sign of struggling with hugely overwhelming feelings. Suicidal ideation, in terms of the language that I'm going to be referring to, are thoughts or verbalizations of suicidal intent, so wanting to die. A suicide threat is somebody expressing a planned suicidal action or plan for action. I'll run in front of a car, or a child putting a knife under their pillow. Both suicide and self-harm are very evocative, leaving loved ones feeling terrified, helpless, angry, and frustrated.